Hi, I am back with another video, and today I'm going to talk to you about 4 things. Basically, I have been educating myself and doing loads of research because I wanted to improve my own financial literacy, and it turns out there are a couple of topics that financial experts bring up over and over again, and I've seen them many times over the past year, and I wanted to give you a little head start in case you are either right at the beginning of your own journey or perhaps you need a little refresh. So here we go. Number 1. The first thing that comes up is the topic of your income. So for the money maths to make sense, obviously you need to have more income than you have outgoings. Income is a little bit broader than just your salary. So when the experts are talking about this, it usually includes not only your day job, so the money that you get, for example, on a monthly basis in your current job today, but it also takes into account your future earning potential. So that could be whether you switch industries into a higher paying industry or upskill so that you can command a higher salary in your existing job. So that's your kind of classic income, but it also includes diversifying your income streams. So income could also include things like a side hustle or a small freelance business that you have on the side, aka a side hustle. Also, you know, if you are in the very fortunate position of having a spare room in your house that you sublet, or renting your place on Airbnb, all income. And obviously you want to know your income because it's the basis of everything that you do next in terms of your financial planning. So you want to have an idea of this so that you can create sustainable goals for yourself. Number 2 is savings and debt. So it's one thing to have a really great salary. It's a different thing if you are spending every last penny of your salary every month and essentially living paycheck to paycheck. So one of the really important financial skills is being able to A, pay down the debt that you owe, and B, save. So one of the things like that is high on the list is paying off high interest debt. So that's things like your credit card, where generally the interest rates are very high. So not only do you pay back what you owe, you also pay a huge amount on top. They always talk about getting rid of that debt. And then savings, in the savings bucket is also, there's like various types of savings that people talk about. There is like a rainy day fund that comes up often, and that's usually the first port of call when it comes to saving. So that's 3 to 6 months of your income. That allows you to just have a little a little bit of breathing room if anything goes wrong. So if your car breaks down, you grab some money out of your rainy day fund. If you lose your job, or if you decide that you hate your job and you want to quit it. Basically, it just means that it doesn't take just one small thing to go wrong for you to find yourself under a lot of financial pressure. Basically, it's a cushion. Then there are also a range of different kind of savings pots that you want to have that they talk about. So that would be short-term savings, medium-term savings, and long-term savings. In general, you know, they get broken up into things like medium-term would be saving for a holiday. Then longer-term savings might be something like a house deposit, if that is an investment that you are interested in making. So when it comes to savings and understanding how much of your income you have available to save and to pay down your debts, budgeting is something that is a natural next step to look into. I actually created a video on this. It was my first ever video on YouTube, and if you're interested in diving a little bit deeper and seeing how I do my budget, I'll link the video at the end. Okay, number 3, the third topic that comes up, investing. So for me, this is probably one of the most intimidating ones, just because it's so cloudy and it's very hard to know exactly what's going to be the right investment opportunity for you. So also there's a level of risk involved, which can be quite uncomfortable. So the reason the experts talk about investing and usually recommend it is because you tend to get a much better rate on your savings. So investments are for longer term saving, And the idea is that if you leave your money in a savings account, you don't tend to get the same interest rate. So at the moment, for example, when inflation is around 11%, the time that I'm making this video, a savings account, like your typical savings account, is only paying about 3% interest, which means that over time, the money in your savings account is actually losing value. However, if you put it in the stock market and things go your way, you will at the very least be keeping up with inflation and hopefully making a little bit of money on top. Okay, and number 4 is your mindset. So the interesting thing about all of this is that your income, your ability to save, what you spend your money on, your attitude towards risk, which is naturally linked with investing, all comes down to your mindset. And this is like not only your attitude, but also your like deep psychology. So this includes cognitive biases that we all have. It also includes like your narrative around money, which is something that you learn from lived experiences, but also things that you're taught from your parents and your grandparents growing up. So in addition to looking at the numbers, it's also really helpful if you're able to understand your own money psychology a little bit, and a little bit of neuroscience knowledge is very interesting but can also be quite helpful. By the way, I recently made a video about 3 cognitive biases that affect our decisions around money. So if that's something that's interesting to you, I will link that video as well. Yeah, if you like the video, please let me know in the comments. And of course, it'd be great if you subscribe. This is a super new channel and a total experiment. So yeah, come along.